Hi folks, this is Greg at Best Choice Trailers. Today I'm going to show you around a Trac 6x12 STW wedge nose single axle enclosed cargo trailer. This particular trailer is set up with a barn door and some ladder racks on the roof. We do a lot of these with the ramp door. There's no charge difference between a ramp door or a barn door. Shown here would be the black exterior. Other standard features include silver, charcoal, pewter, and white. Trac puts a lot of standard features on their trailers in addition to finish quality. So a lot of manufacturers will show you a semi-impressive spec list, but oftentimes the finish quality we find just isn't quite the same as this one. So we'll start up front. They cap the end of the tube tongue. Most single axles in the industry you'll find are a 3-inch tube. This is a 4-inch tube frame. Also, they use a zinc jack instead of a painted. 24-inch stone guard. The industry used to be 24. We see more and more doing a 12, 16, or all kinds of different variation there. They do put the anodized aluminum nose on, gives it a nice look. You'll notice the 3-inch top trim as well as the 3-inch bottom trim. I see a lot of manufacturers too that butt end trim. This is a nice mitered setup. Notice they also use self tappers in the trim instead of trim screws. Tend to find there's a lot less failures with the self tappers. It's just most manufacturers don't do that method. You also see they double up on the self tappers, being that they're using the 3-inch trim instead of a 1-inch bottom trim. On the tongue, it's also a powder coated tongue. So from there forward, it's all powder coat. From there back, it's all going to be undercoating. Speaking of undercoating, it's another difference. A lot of manufacturers, if they undercoat, they'll do the base frame. Trac not only does the base frame, but they also do the roof bows as well. They use an aluminum holdback on the side door instead of plastic. They also do the flush hinge side door, a little bit nicer look. Handle on that's metal instead of plastic as well. Put aluminum wheels on standard as well as a radial tire. Now this is shown with a semi-screwless exterior with 030 metal. Now Trac has very recently changed spec, so instead of having a bead of screws every 4-foot seam, it's now a screwless exterior, so there's no screws at the seams that you saw there. Okay. They're using the new style bullet LED light standard. And there's your bullet light. They also put round stock at the back, keep you from tearing into the trailer if you bought them out. Side flow-through vents are standard, so the side flow-through vent is going to be the front driver side and back passenger side. It's going to cross-ventilate the trailer for you. Also notice this longer door holdback. So on the rear doors, of course on a ramp door you wouldn't have those, but this being a barn door, you've got them. They use the high output LED lights. Also standard for 2018. Trac's now using a different plywood inside. Instead of a birch plywood, they're doing a sanded BC, and instead of the traditional Luan trim strips, they're using an aluminum H mold. Gives the trailer a very classy look. They're also doing a cove at the top. Gives it a finished look. Also gives you a spot you can get to your wiring if you need to add a dome light or whatnot on. Roof bows on this are all box tube. LED dome light standard. It's now a high capacity, high lumen dome light. Notice the inside of the side door's got a nice clean look to it. Got a wall switch for your dome light. And of course the inner vent of your front sidewall vent. Now the roof on these are a one-piece roof. Okay, and then above the bows here you see a ceiling liner. It's a thermocool material. It's actually an insulated, it's got a reflective insulation. It's about the thickness of like a compressed cardboard type material. It gives it a nice look. It's also functional. Wall studs are also box tube, 16-inch on centers. Okay, ladder racks on this, as mentioned earlier, are an option. The aluminum thickness on the exterior is an 030 metal. Trailer like this empty is going to weigh about 1,300 pounds, giving a net legal payload of about 17. You're also going to pick up some tongue weight, about 15% or another couple hundred pounds. You're going to get about 2,000 pound legal capacity out of the trailer. Okay, a couple last details we like about SureTrac. Go back up and show you the wiring. So they take and run single strand wiring. It's grommeted and ran in frame. They also take underneath the underneath that side, you'll see the undercoating, and then right underneath there as well, they put the wiring on a junction box. Gives it some nice protection. So folks, I mentioned about 15 or 20 of the differences between this and a lot of the units in the industry. The tube wall studs, the nicer plywood, the screwless exterior, nicer door, aluminum wheels, powder coated tongue, heavier frame, nicer trim, etc. I think besides just all the specs, you'll also notice SureTrac puts together a very nice craftsmanship trailer. If you're looking for a top quality enclosed cargo, give us a ring, 717-220-4220, or visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com. Thanks for looking.